These are by far the best keto chips that I've ever had. They're so thin and crunchy. Now, I learned this recipe from one of our chat group members, Jojo Johnson, on Facebook, and she uses CK chicken flour with gelatin combination. I do as well. I did reduce the gelatin amount so it doesn't need to be so gelatiny. I also give you the option of using just plain almond flour with the xanthan gum combination, so you'll be able to see the difference there. And I have to say the CK chicken flour produces a better chip. If you want to join the Cook with Mel Facebook chat group where all the experimentation is going on, please check the description box for a link. The bits you need are listed where they always are, in the description box. And let's go. Preheat the oven to 350 Fahrenheit or 176 degrees Celsius and line a baking sheet or baking tray with a silicone mat and set it aside. To a blender cup or container, add 300 mils of water. Now it equates to, for me, 1.5 cups less 1 tablespoon of water. Now to the water, add a 1/2 cup or 60 grams of CK chicken flour. As I said before, we are going to show you the recipe with other powders. 2 tablespoons or around 20 grams of powdered gelatin. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt for seasoning. And we're going to flavor the chips up with a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, other way around, and 1 teaspoon of dried Italian seasoning. And all we do now is blend this up. Grab your lined baking tray or sheet. Just a side note, this amount of batter equates to about 50 grams of the chips. Dollop a 1/2 teaspoon each of the batter all onto your silicone mat, and then you just want to spread it like that. You can make these bigger if you want to. And see here, I've opted to put my silicone mat on a rack instead because I have a wonky baking tray, so you need a flat surface. And now you want to bake them for about 15 minutes. They'll end up being super crisp, and you want to let them cool afterwards because they don't taste great when they're warm. Another tip is if you want to speed up this whole process and you have, say, the 3-pack of silicone mats, you can, stack them in the oven and it'll make it go much faster. Another tip is this tends to clump up. That's why I only added 20 grams of the gelatin. So keep it closed, and just before you fill the silicone mat again, give it a bit of a shake and then it'll be fine. I just want to show you the difference between the almond flour version with xanthan gum and then the CK chicken flour with gelatin powder. They do differ in color, and this is a little bit more creamier, if you will, and I think it's going to make a very nice chip. Now, as you saw in the previous clip, I made one with almond flour and xanthan gum combination, and this is the CK chicken flour with gelatin powder. The almond flour doesn't turn out as great because you can see it starts disintegrating there, but you'll still get a chip if you don't want to use CK flour. When you remove it out the oven, they'll obviously be warm. To peel it, just maneuver your silicone mat and they'll just come clean away from the mat. You want to let them cool down because they are sticky when they're warm. Static sticky, not dough sticky, and they will stick to your palate, so do let them cool. I don't know if you'll agree with me, but I think it gives a pretty good crunch. Oh man, you know, chips are a great snack. You can have various dips, and if this is your weakness, it is such a great solution because if you make it with the CK flour and gelatin, you'll actually achieve a zero net carb snack. If you get to try it, please let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and be well.